I think there's really, of all the Neville I've read, which I have read all the books and about half of the lectures, um, this chapter, Fishing, and the book, Feeling is the Secret, is all anybody needs. Okay? Um, so, I've been told before, where's the handbook? We didn't get a handbook. We actually did get a handbook. I mean, this is the extended version of it, but the short version of it is you just need to read Fishing, and Feeling is the Secret, and that's it. That's the handbook. That's the manual. You were given it. You just didn't notice it. You could also say the Bible is the handbook too. But all right, so today we're going to read the handbook. All right, Fishing. Also the other cool thing about this particular chapter is that in this, and to a degree in Liquid Light, he references the flood of facts and explains a little more of the Noah analogy, of the ark analogy, which is just a metaphor for us, for your consciousness. Okay. They went forth and entered into a ship, and that night they caught nothing. And he's... Oh, wait, I got to pop it in the reading. Sorry. We'll start over. There we go. They went forth and entered into a ship, and that night they caught nothing. And he said unto them, Cast the net on the right side of the ship, and ye shall find. They cast therefore, and now they were notable to draw it for the multitude of fishes. It is recorded that the disciples fished all night and caught nothing. Then Jesus appeared upon the scene and told them to cast their nets again, but this time to cast them on the right side. Peter obeyed the voice of Jesus and cast his nets once more into the waters, where but a moment before the water was completely empty of fish. The nets almost broke with the number of the resulting catch. Man, fishing all through the night of human ignorance, attempts to realize his desires through effort and struggle, only to find in the end that his search is fruitless. When man discovers his awareness of being to be Christ Jesus, he will obey its voice and let it direct his fishing. He will cast his hook on the right side. He will apply the law in the right manner and will seek in consciousness for the thing desired. Finding it there, he will know that it will be multiplied in the world of form. Those who have had the pleasure of fishing know what a thrill it is to feel the fish upon the hook. The bite of the fish is followed by the play of the fish. This play, in turn, is followed by the landing of the fish. Something similar takes place in the consciousness of man as he fishes for the manifestations of life. Fishermen know that if they want to catch big fish, they must fish in deep waters. If you would catch a large measure of life, you must leave behind you the shallow waters with its many reefs and barriers and launch out into the deep blue waters where the big ones play. To catch the large manifestations of life, you must enter into deeper and freer states of consciousness. Only in these depths do the big expressions of life live. Here is a simple formula for successful fishing. First, decide what it is you want to express or possess. This is essential. You must definitely know what you want of life before you can fish for it. After your decision is made, turn from the world of sense, remove your attention from the problem, and place it on just being, by repeating quietly but with feeling, I am. As your attention is removed from the world round about you and placed upon the I am, so that you are lost in the feeling of simply being, you will find yourself slipping the anchor that tied you to the shallows of your problem, and effortlessly you will find yourself moving out into the deep. The sensation which accompanies this act is one of expansion. You will feel yourself rise and expand as though you were actually growing. Do not be afraid of this floating, growing experience, for you are not going to die to anything but your limitations. However, your limitations are going to die as you move away from them, for they live only in your consciousness. In this deep or expanded consciousness, you will feel yourself to be a mighty pulsating power, as deep and as rhythmical as the ocean. This expanded feeling is the signal that you are now in the deep blue waters where the big fish swim. Suppose the fish you decided to catch were health and freedom. You begin to fish in this formless, pulsating depth of yourself for these qualities or states of consciousness by feeling, I am healthy, I am free. You continue claiming and feeling yourself to be healthy and free until the conviction that you are so possesses you. As the conviction is born within you, so that all doubts pass away, and you know and feel that you are free from the limitations of the past, you will know that you have hooked these fish. The joy which courses through your entire being on the feeling that you are that which you desire to be is equal to the thrill of the fisherman as he hooks his fish. Now comes the play of the fish. This is accomplished by returning to the world of the senses. As you open your eyes on the world round about you, the conviction and the consciousness that you are healthy and free should be so established within you that your whole being thrills in anticipation. That as you walk through the necessary interval of time that it will take the things felt to embody themselves, you will feel a secret thrill, and knowing that in a little while that which no man sees, but that which you feel and know that you are, will be landed. In a moment when you think not, while you faithfully walk in this consciousness, you will begin to express and possess that which you are conscious of being and possessing, experiencing with the fisherman the joy of landing the big one. Now go and fish for the manifestations of life by casting your nets in the right side. What's super interesting about this chapter for me personally is that close to 20 years. Let's see, it would have been not close to 20, about 15. About 15 years before I read this, I read a book by the director, painter David Lynch, which anybody who knows film will know David Lynch, called Catching the Big Fish. And it's the same thing, but David comes from the perspective of transcendental meditation. As far as I know, he's a transcendentalist, and meditates daily, and does it to enhance his creativity. And that's how he gets all the ideas for his paintings, his movies, whatever. And he meditates and gets a hold of those ideas then. So whether you're using this to enhance your creative awareness or to direct your personal life, and whether you're calling it meditation or you're calling it imagining or whatever, it's still the same thing. And here Neville is recommending, and I find it to be effective, to get in that super relaxed state, to use focusing on I am, to basically, it is the same as meditation, where you have like that's form of meditation where you would have like a key phrase that you're focusing on, to use that to let go of the exterior world. And then once you feel you've really accomplished that, that's when you would move into whatever, maybe a scene you've devised, or just the general feeling of that thing, of having that thing and being the person that has that thing or does that thing, no matter what it is. When we get to interval of time, in just a little bit, we're going to address this time between the play. When you've got the fish on the line and you've kept it on the line, you haven't let it go, because some people let it get away. You haven't let it get away, but you haven't landed the fish yet. That period of time is for a lot of people really difficult, because some of them, they just want to throw the pole into the ocean altogether. And I've been there too, because you feel like, I've been reeling this thing in forever. Where is it? And I think when you encounter that, the best thing to do is to go back and just catch it again. You're not going to hurt anything by catching it again. It's not going to cause a delay or anything like that. It's just a great way to remind yourself that you have embodied this, and you are going to express it in the frame of